Y'all, we left off with me running my damn mouth as usual. I was talking about someone who claimed to be my friend, and we went on a trip together, and we had a great time until, we did. And unfortunately, they was talking to somebody I knew, or not talking, but they, listen, I don't want to talk about it. Anyways, I was just venting in the bathroom, and I'm excited to get out my house and stop venting, because it's getting a little ridiculous. But anyways, back to the yap session. Anyways, I'm going to tear apart my house very soon. Everything's coming off the walls. I'm going to get some moving boxes. I'm so excited. Your girl got 3 months to pay down these motherfucking credit cards. Yeah, I'll find an $800 luxury cribs rest. I'm playing with me. Like, I've said it before. I do not have to be here. And I realized I was trying so hard. I was like, what if this happens to family? And what if I find da-da-da-da? And what if I da-da-da? I was trying to find romance everywhere. It was embarrassing. I'm so embarrassed at this little era, but it was another chapter of myself I needed to understand. And now I understand we need to go. The stickers on the line. Yeah. Let me wait. I'm gonna wait till I send a little, my lease ending. I'll send them an email and I'm gonna pack everything up all cute. I just saw somebody bubble wrap their Legos, so I'm gonna bubble wrap mine, find a good storage, and and at least I was comfortable. I don't need to sit here the whole year with a mattress and a TV and at least I made myself comfortable. I'm gonna see if I can get my money back on some of the furniture and other stuff that's in good condition. But yeah, from there we'll just, I've done it before. I'm seeing all these travelers. I be watching Taylor. I watched Dominique Travels. I be watching all the black girlies travel. One just went to Kyrgyzstan. The other was in Thailand. One went to Kakistan. I've never heard of these places. I'm ready to see some shit. But yeah. I just want to give y'all a little update. Very proud of myself. I'm not going to stay here and keep getting emotionally dysregulated. It makes no sense. It was romantic and now it's switched over. I try to put my all into not female friendships, but I try to put my all into friendships. And I realized the friendships that aren't hard, they're truly just effortless. You don't gotta worry about weird shit. I just went to Carnival with some friends. I don't worry if they feel some type of way. I don't worry if they're gonna snap on me at any moment. We just vibe out. We go to amusement parks, we do shit, and it's a good time every single time. And nobody's feelings get hurt. Wow, that's crazy. Or if they do, we talk about it, but I haven't had an issue. So yes, I'll see y'all. I'm about to go enjoy the day and enjoy fall and hoodie season, and then I will be bringing y'all some vlogs abroad. I'm just so ready to start yanking shit down, bro. I know I'm not gonna do another year. Why am I being so scary? I'll talk to you later. Got my salad and I got my... Alright, let's do it. I know.
I can't use the salad without dressing.
It didn't come with that. That is so cute. Good vibes, good vibes, good vibes. My Crocs match. Good vibes. Oh, you're not talking.
I am talking. I'm a changed man.
Okay.
Hey, buddy. Hey, little guy. Oh. Why are you like that, bro? Okay. Come on, let's go. Hey y'all, today was fun. I need to order a new fan. Mine got lost, but I don't really care. As long as I got my phone. It was a good time. Goodbye. Alright, y'all, I'm trying Poppy today. Somebody said if you don't like the way your life's going, run a new experiment and change something. So today I'm trying Poppy. I don't think it's gonna change too much, but... No, you ain't coming back for shit, honey. What's up, y'all? I found my AirPods. So I've had trouble cleaning my house because I've been very depressed. I feel so much lighter today because I decided to leave. I've decided to relinquish attachment to this apartment. You ready? You want to see how I'm dead ass? Y'all don't think I'm serious, huh? Yeah, and nothing bad happened. I just realized I'm just not fully happy here. Yeah, it's not me. I'm not the one, bro. So y'all, can y'all hear me? Hold on, let me test. So I know I've been going back and forth. I wanted to keep this crib because I was attached to it. It's my first own apartment. Your girl done paid all her bills by herself, blah blah blah.
very proud of that. I wanted to somehow keep both, just so I don't face the instability of traveling again and not having a place to call home. And then like it might be harder to make money wherever I'm at, and then trying to apply for an apartment and be like, where you been, what you doing, etc. We're gonna figure it out. I figured it off of less and made it work somehow for a whole year, so I'm gonna figure it out again. Y'all, I am relinquishing my attachment to this material place. All right, like there are so many different apartments. On top of that, the issues it's having, I am good. I'm good. There's a pajama rave party tonight. I think I'll pass because I'm ready to take the next steps. If I knew that this is how it was gonna end, of course I would have spent the year moving differently, and I didn't, and it's okay. But I was in a worse position when I left the first time, so I got 3 months to pop my shit, honey. I'm seeing $500 apartments in Asia. That means I have to have only savings, though I can't work, and I'm seeing like $1,000 apartments in Europe where I can work. Okay. Anyways, my ex was visiting out of town. I helped him with some like personal court things and blah 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 that he needed help with. I'm up doing homework late at night. He helped me get groceries just now, so we helped each other. Again, I'm not dealing with no men unless it's mutually beneficial. He started going back and forth. Oh shit, took some paint off. Whoopsies. Whoopsies. Hopefully they don't notice. But this city is weird. Other people have noted that this city is very cliquey and people are miserable, and it's just weird. It's weird, okay? I'm not the only one noticing it. Anyway, so he's been asking me, like, what if we lock in? I said, I'm not coming to your city and isolating with you after you played in my face. Oh, shit. Let me not take up the wall too much. All right, hold on, y'all. Anyways, I was like, I'm not going to go to your city and isolate. That's so dumb of me for, you know, like, I came back the first time and you played in my face. Why would I follow you to another city? And that was the city we were originally from. Why would I follow you to another city and isolate? And as soon as you're on your feet and you got what you wanted out of life, you abandoned me. Like, and I'm literally, I just want somebody else to split the other half of rent. But I realized for me, I'm willing to pay my whole rent if it's somewhere I enjoy paying rent at. That's it. That's literally it. So no, I don't get, at this stage of my life, no, I don't get to keep the apartment here. And no, I have stability and travel at the same time as much as I want to. I'm going to take the risk and travel again. And I know I have a head start with these next 3 months. All right. All this stuff is, y'all just saw me put it up. I know. She's restless. But I was like, I entertained it for 2 seconds. I was like, so what if I did come to your city? What happens? He gonna talk about some, he been on my case talking about some, lock in with me, come to this city, we'll be together, we'll make it work, we'll make money together, blah, blah, blah. As soon as I said, okay, what happens if I do? Oh, I'm gonna think about it. Yeah, I'll think about it. Let me get my own crib and think about it. I'm like, sir, you're on the brink of, like, everybody on the brink of struggling, homelessness, whatever. You over here using power, control, and leverage. Why would you bother me? Talking about something, all you gotta do is lock in and be with me. They're gonna turn around and be like, well, I don't know because this and you and blah, blah. I said, you know what, it's fine, honey. Because again, I do not have to be here. I am looking at luxury apartments in different countries. I don't have to be here, and I will not make the mistake of coming back. It's the first time I ever done something like that. Again, I needed to save some money, and I wanted to see family, so I did not just come here for a man. But I feel like I'm in this city because of, if y'all know the lore, I came back originally and got played. So no, I deserve somebody to fully take care of my ass. Like, shit, I'm a very pretty woman. I know I'm not a atrocious person. Like, but yeah, it's just too much here. It's too much at the same time. I could feel so many people's misery, and because I'm nice, they think they could take it out on me and play in my face. No, y'all figure it out. Friendship, housing, whatever the fuck you got going on, it don't got nothing to do with me. If you are a person that is out to hurt me, play with my head, play with my heart, please leave me the fuck alone. I'm about to be in 20 million bazillion different countries at this point. Like, so yes, I will be relinquishing this lifestyle here. Hold on, bro. Trying to make sure I don't damage nothing. I will be relinquishing this lifestyle here to chase my dreams and just blow up even more as a travel content creator. I know I do the spicy stuff. I know it's going to make it hard with brands and sponsorships and the opportunities I might get. It is okay. I will figure it out. But I'm not doing this no more. I have my concerns. When you're traveling, it's hard to get your hair done, as you see. You gotta go find your little salons or whatever, and you know there's ways around it. You don't have stability as much. You can't plan your income and costs as much either. Like, you know, with an apartment, okay, every month this and this is gonna cost. Look, my skin breaking out. Like, y'all, that don't happen. Like, what? I've been chilling, but that don't happen. So I'm just not, like, you know, with an apartment, if you're broke, you can stay in the house, eat your groceries. You know, you got the same expenses and income every month, or maybe it varies or whatever. With traveling, you don't know, but listen, we're gonna figure it out. What got to me is that I said it as a hypothetical. I was like, okay, so what if I do, right? What if we go put our names on a lease together and I'm just not home and I'm in a different, I know I legally have a home in another city while I'm traveling as a backup plan, even if it is with him. And then I'm traveling and stuff. As soon as I said that he wants to talk about something, I'll think about it. You've been asking me the whole time to do it. And now I say yes, and you go, it'll be up to me. No, the fuck it won't. I'm not waiting on people. Figure it out, because I know in 2 seconds, if you have an issue with this, and this, you're gonna come to me talking about some. Let's lock together. Like he's almost me not doing it because shit's hitting the fan. I'm chilling. My bills are paid. I got my own crib. I'm chilling. I'm just trying to take a risk that's gonna improve my life even more again, as I did 3 years ago. But it's time. It's the anniversary. Like I'm not about to. I got friends. We're not gonna talk about. I already told y'all about the cruise situation. Like, so many people are not making the cut, and I understand. Like, I want elevation for myself. I want to live a life where I can enjoy my own life and advocate for others. I do not need these type of people in my life that are clearly going to not even encourage you, but hold you back and probably drain you. No, not probably. Will definitely drain you when you have your resources. Shawty, I took on a cruise. I told you, she talking about some boo-hoo. You want your money back? I'm like, don't be stank. That's all I ask. I took you on a free $2,000 cruise and you being stank towards me. You could be stank, just don't be stank towards me. I'm not tolerating that. Like with eggs, like, oh, thank you for having me. I helped him with his court stuff. I helped with this. And like I said, I got something out of it. I got my groceries because I really need to get groceries and all that. But no, I'm like, why am I, aside from family, I will miss seeing them, but I'm gonna just have to hop on a plane a little more often. Like, I'm sorry. I as a remote worker, that is your luxury. As a dual citizen, that is your luxury. And I'm going to take up this luxury before it's taken away from me and I have to really settle down and take care of other people in old age or whatever might come. Okay? When life really, really hits and now you really can't go nowhere because you're sad. So no, hold on, I'm going to show y'all. Y'all think I'm playing? And I think that's why it was so hard. Like, I have to use this light to light up my apartment because y'all can't even see me. The lighting's not even good. I'm so grateful to have gotten this. Like I said, I proved to myself I could do it. I got a lot done. Even today, your girl done made a quick hundo off a custom request. I done posted the Nassau Bahama vlog and I went and got groceries. Like, the days have been good, but I have been depressed. You ready? You ready? Yeah, sorry, sticker wall. That's just gonna have to go in a house. Like, that's a project for a house I would keep up. Y'all wanna see how serious I am? Like, hold on. I promise I'm not just being dramatic or I'm like, oh, he said this and now I'm in my feelings. It's the fact that I propose things to people that are mutually beneficial. It really is. Like, I already told you, I was like, I'm not going to ask him to come back and split rent if he's happy in this other city. But things are not working out in this other city for him. So I'm like, all right, like, if you're not going to come back to my city, what if I were to come to your city and we bunker up and do this thing together? We're both struggling somewhat. Like I said, I've done had this talk with y'all already. It's like, we know things could be better. And to go, oh, I'll see. I'm like, the thing you want to see, if you're not sure about really being with somebody, the thing you want to see is how much money you can make and if you can pull it off yourself. And if you can't, now you want to use somebody as a crutch. We're not doing that because I'm already going to be out the country and not coming back this time and falling for some shit. Like, what? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. And I hate that I wasted so much paper and stickers. I'm so sorry. I'm not the type, but I'm so glad I did this on paper. Imagine trying to peel the stickers off. Damn, this would have been such a cute project, but you see, I never finished it. Oh, let me be careful. I am taking up the wall a little bit. Hold on, y'all. I'm not obsessed with nobody. I am not delusionally in love with nobody. I am not people-pleasing nobody. And I'm losing friends and people in my life who do not like that. And I love that for me, y'all. I love that for me so much. So bad. Because it took years. Again, almost 30 years old, mind you. People who like to be around you because you make them feel good and they get their way. People who like to be around you because it's convenient or cost effective. ate this project up though. If I finished it, it would have been so tough, y'all, but it's all good. 1 second. It's crazy. I was so excited to show y'all and I just never. I know my neighbors are like, what the fuck? This bitch is crazy. Nah, I'm gonna save this project for a house, y'all. And have like just a really cool sticker room or something. And maybe I'll collect stickers from all over the world or some cool shit. I don't know. I want to say, like, not to be pessimistic or negative about love, but I'll say as a woman, when I stopped expecting whatever I was expecting out of people and just understanding, like, just take people as they are, stop putting your everything into them, stop expecting them to be whatever. Like, I just had to really learn to, it's crazy, but I had to learn how to stop caring. Like, just take people as they choose to present themselves, and you will get hurt less, because when you're delusional and you hope that friends will be like this and people will be like this and people act accordingly, like they have some freaking sense or any type of healing has been done or growth or something like that, when you do stuff like that and they turn around and disappoint you, it hits harder, I think 10 times harder, versus just like, oh, look at you just being you again. Like, you know what I mean? So that's where I'm at with a lot. And I'm good with that. Like, I realize a lot of people hate my joy. They're a little intimidated by my success. And I mean, maybe that's not my place to say, but you can feel it in how people treat you and move. You can tell when people are miserable and they won't admit to it, but they'll take it out on you. So I made the offer to split rent in my city, and then I even hypothetically talked about going to this person's city. The moment you try to, when you're not in a good position and somebody else is not in a great position and you try to use it as leverage, which I shouldn't be surprised, we had this issue before with apartments where I was like, yo, just let me do this and I'll pay this and blah. And he was like, why should I help you? And I'm like, you literally also need the help. Like, what are we actually doing here? This economy is 2-player. They're making this shit 2-player. Like, we're helping each other. Don't do that. Like, I should be being flown out and taken on dates. Don't do that. Come on. He says, oh shit, I'm fucking up. Let me hold on, y'all. Hold on, the wall coming up a little bit. I might have to paint over this and color match it. Oopsies. But yeah, and then he said something earlier about your girl being old, and I'm like, I look better than half the people out here looking stressed. The stress is visible on y'all. Like, when I start to see stress is visible on me, we have a problem. And you know what's crazy? Like, I don't have much to offer to some people in their head, like, depending on what their values are. But I know it's like, if I was deep in my bag, people would be cozying up, cuddling up to your girl. If I had so much to offer, people think I have shit to offer, and they already start acting sycophantic, and I don't like that shit. So I can only imagine, as I continue like to acquire what I want out this life. But y'all, let me lock in. I've been in the house depressed, a mess, and I'm telling you y'all, as soon as I made this decision, I felt so much lighter. Like, I'm really not just saying shit for the camera. Like, I was happy crying earlier, tears of joy, because I was just like, yo, leaving brought me so much peace. I love my friends, the good ones. I'm not dating nobody romantically, none of that. I literally had, it all just came out like that, y'all. And that's when I knew, I was like, you made the right decision. Fuck a sticker wall, fuck a museum wall of painting. Like, you're gonna have another building to put your things in. Buildings come and go, jobs come and go, all of that. But like, your time is right now. Like, y'all, like, is she having a manic episode or is she spitting facts? I don't know. I really don't know. I could not tell you, but I just know that like something needed to change. I can't even keep a light on because it's so dim in here and my little work light be dying. But yeah, it's going back to factory default. I'll come back and finish the rest later. I think I was attached for sentimental reasons because I've gone through so much housing insecurity and negative relationships and whatever. I finally had a place of peace, and my ass is sitting here like, no, I'm depressed and I don't know what to do with myself. I needed to sit with myself, honey. So yes, this is what we got. And that's why I think what you do, like, your You need to clean that mirror. Your memories and your time and your enjoyment are so important, because it's like, damn, you spent money on this and that. Well, yeah, I enjoyed it. I got to paint. I got to find peace. I got to build my Legos on live and make money while I did so, you know. So the stuff I'm keeping will be my books, the Legos, of course. I'm not getting rid of the Legos. Those were an investment. And like select clothes. And then everything else could probably go. Like this will stay. I'm gonna keep all these little decorations and all that and put them in a box. But any furniture can go. I don't know about the TV. Maybe I'll see if one of my family members are like gifted to one of my brothers if they don't have a TV yet. Because then it's like, okay, it's not a loss or a resell for a loss. It's a gift. We'll see. Because, like, if I'm rich one day, not even rich, but if I'm financially off, I can buy 10 TVs. You know what I mean? So it's like holding on to things. And I'm trying to keep my storage small. I'm imagining putting stuff in storage. My lease ends in December, right before it starts to get cold. Or I don't know if it's already going to be cold. But, yeah, I just want to go ahead and, like, start prepping so that if it's time to put stuff in, I can start taking shit to storage now and put it away, or, like, a month in advance, so that this bitch could be empty when it comes time to go and I can catch my flight. But, yeah, y'all, I know. But that's where my head's at. I cannot sit up in this apartment for another year working what I do for work and then not going outside and absolutely loving the environment I'm paying rent to stay in. I just cannot do that again. I refuse. Again, I don't have a roommate because I am an adult worker. So it's more ideal for me to live with a partner or somebody I'm comfortable with so I can do what I do without judgment. Unfortunately, I don't have partners like that. Love a woman with money, love the sexuality of a woman, but also hate the sexuality of a woman, the irony. Anyways, that's why I was so like, I don't want y'all to think like, oh my God, she's obsessed with her ex. She cannot let go. It was really like, I let him know. I was like, do you want to bunk her up and save some money together? Like, clearly we both need a break. Neither of us are paying down any extra cards, no play money. Like, and I know I could work harder and get more money, but I just don't want to have to work harder to do it. Like, I don't want to put my mental health at risk and my physical health doing calls, shows, talking to however many people a day. You know, I want to keep it genuine. I want to keep it authentic, and I want to keep it a vibe. So, yeah, I'm not going to overexert myself trying to be the best ever doing my stuff. No. So, you ain't want to bunk up? That's fine. Offers off the table. Like, for me to finally concede, hypothetically, because I wasn't like, all right, let's go for it. But for me to finally be like, okay, so what if I did come to Yo City? Just so I have my name somewhere and a house somewhere in case the traveling thing don't work out again this time. Because last time it worked, I don't know how I pulled it off, but just in case, because I would have planned earlier. To go from, yeah, let's do that, to like, I think about it. No. You playing in my face before it even happens. I'm taking away the option of me being available. I said none of this, no more. Camping was cute. This was a vibe. Thank you for taking me to get my errands run and you had a place to stay. We do not need to stay in each other's face. All these bazillion goodbyes. What? And on top of that, y'all, I got two vacations booked coming up at the end of the year. Now I'm talking about leaving the country. I got 2 vacations booked because I thought I was going to extend for the year. So I was like, oh, I'll just give myself a month. They're booked because one was during his birthday. So I'm like, shit, that's during hurricane season. I would have definitely rescheduled that to like December or something, or just held off. But it's all gonna work out. Let me go make some money. Let me go do what I need to do. I'm letting you know I'm relinquishing my control, or not even control, but I'm relinquishing this crib. It's okay. When I put it in perspective, I can literally do what I do here every single day somewhere else, especially if I find a place that has a gym and then I'm allowed to legally work there. Like, so why am I not? You see what I'm saying? Like, to put up with the amount, I've met really good people, but the amount of bullshit, like, I literally got assaulted for the first time ever to that degree in this city. You know how lit your girl could be if I was in different countries instead of being here searching for community and this, that. I got my community. I'm so grateful. I will maintain it and I will come back for it for sure when the time is right. I know I have family and friends here, genuine friends, okay, that we've been through we've seen it. You hated me before. Oh, you gonna hate my ass now. We doing round 2 of 2023, honey. 2023 was crazy. For those of you who didn't know, I done went to country to country boomerang, like the fucking pinball game on the computers back in the day. I was boing, 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 boing. Your girl was in countries I had no business being. Safely, of course. So yeah, like, I'm happy with this decision. I feel good. You gotta live for yourself and not other people at the end of the day. I don't know what I'm waiting for here, but I'm not getting it, and that's okay. And my ex was talking about something, I'll see you in September. I was like, this is not a hotel. Like, I allowed him to stay this time because, again, I got something out of it. But again, this is not a hotel. And, like, it's just the disrespect. Like, not you going out buying your friend's drink and asking me if I could buy you a mac and cheese the next day. Like, I'm not nobody's mama, bruh. People is really playing in my face. So, yeah, I got my ride to the grocery store and this and that. Like, I'm going to get my needs met. But to think that I was more of a pushover and I wasn't speaking up for myself and I wasn't demanding things back, I know how I got as hurt as I did before because my people pleasing was bad and people gravitated to me because I would not speak up for myself and I wouldn't set boundaries or demand more. Now I demand more and people huffing and puffing, they don't like it, but they'll do it. And now she mean and she crazy and this and the third. Like, it's crazy how people call you crazy and insane and sensitive and all these things now that you speak up for yourself, but they do it every damn day. Stop playing with me. Anyways, y'all, I'm very happy and very proud of myself. I'll see y'all soon. I promise it's not a mental break. I mean, maybe it is a polite one, but, like, it's not bad. I know it looks bad, but I promise it's not bad. This is the lightest I felt in the last few months, so I'm really happy. I'm really excited. And, yeah, I've been listening to Sing About Me by Kendrick over and over, Money Trees. Don't kill my vibe. I'm about to go play my little playlist and just, I feel good. I was too attached to the material shit. I feel good. And then he just talking about something. Let's move to Puerto Rico. Let's move here. I'm like, you're just saying things. So I'm like, really? Huh? And the whole time I just want to split rent. Like, nobody's like, get over. People think like I won't leave a friendship and I won't leave a relationship. I will. I'm okay with that. I'm just trying to be strategic right now because this economy is insane. The shrimp is radioactive apparently, and they still got it priced up high in the store. And I'm just trying to pay down some credit cards and do some shit. But you know what? I got it. I got me. And my clients and supporters have me better than some of the people I know in real life. Yeah. I've come back to the city. People played in my face last minute as far as housing, this, that, and the third. Like, people have gone out their way after I've lived my best life to try to bring me down and pull me away from that. It's not gonna work. Because now I came back. Like, I feel even stronger. I feel like I doubled down on the lessons. And I'm like, yeah, you really ain't nobody about to, oh, just dangly carrot, come here and I'll love you. I don't give a fuck about that no more. Finally snapped out my delusion. Come here and you'll be da-da-da. And I'm not even saying just romantic. Like, maybe it's the love you wanted from family. Maybe it's the love you wanted from friends that you will go out your way to find it in everybody. And everybody does not have it in them. And that tarot reading talking about some be patient and push on for my career, I hear you. Let me go, y'all. I'm just yapping again, but it's about to be, it went from house vlogs, it's about to be all travel vlogs. I'm excited. I will get a place again eventually. I just don't feel like I need one right now, which is very risky to go nomadic like that. Am I in the position to? No. My YouTube doesn't even make money, but as long as I can legally work wherever I'm at, I'll figure it out. So yes, it's me doing the same shit somewhere else that I'm doing here. All right, bye. By the way, the elevator broke again, and I just bought 2 40 packs of water. So that was fun. Anyways, where was I? Sorry, shoebox. We gotta go. I guess these floors will not be getting done. Whatever, y'all. I don't care. It was what it was for the year. Sorry, shoebox. It's been fun, but yeah. yeah. New country every month just for the plot. Like, y'all, I can't do another year here. I'm sorry. I can't. It was home. And now it's not. And that's okay. I know I'm using everything as a bias to leave because I've already made the decision to leave, but there's like a box in my hallway. I'll show it to y'all real quick. Well, it looks like a walkie-talkie, and it just beeped, and it's never beeped like that before. I don't think it's a call box or anything. I don't know. But it's like a weird walkie-talkie thing. And it just went, and I'm just like, child. But again, I'm using everything as a bias to leave. I want to talk to y'all real quick. Hey, y'all, what's up? Can I... Oh, the mirror is so cute. Wait, can we do one of these? Hold on, y'all. Can I talk to y'all for a minute? Because I did something I'm really proud of. And yeah, Yeah, I come here talking about situations. I understand I do talk about people. I'm never trying to go the slander route. Somebody posted something. They said, am I talking bad about you, or did you do something bad to me and I'm talking about it? And I think we need to distinguish that, because people will be so quick to like my rapist literally was like, you're slandering me, I'm gonna sue you. You raped me, bro. Like be so fucking for real for 2 seconds. And like the delusion and lack of accountability is actually scary. So anyways, that being said, I don't think this person is a bad person. I've seen them do such beautiful things. I really do. I think I told them, I was like, maybe that's not my place to say, but I was like, narcs breed narcs and abuse breeds abuse. So you have to be really careful, because the people who hurt you, it's easy to become them. As somebody who has experienced this and had to sit and heal and be away from people treating me bad. I was making sure there's no address on that box. So that being said, I sent this message because this person was like going in. I could tell they were trying to get their jabs in, like, oh, you need men, this and the third. Whole time apparently they was asking somebody I was intimate with to go to the movies. Okay, so that being said, and I'm really not trying to be nasty, but I was just like, they're like, you don't understand, I have this and this and this. I'm not trying to be funny, but it was like every letter in the alphabet. Like, I have this and I got this going on. And I was like, love, I understand a crisis. I got 2 siblings on the spectrum myself. Like, I'm very aware that whatever you're going through and what you experience may change how you view the world or treat people. But like, at the end of the day, people are still very much smart. They know what they're doing. Like, my very first best friend, I remember she talked foul to me, and that's where this pattern, bro, like whether it was family or friends, like I have forgiven so much bad behavior because so-and-so has this going on. So-and-so has this. Oh, so-and-so has this diagnosis. No. Sorry, 1 second. My bad, y'all. I'm back. I'm about to sell my couch because you thought I won't really leave in. Stop playing. Anyways, hold on. Let me make sure I'm appropriate. So yeah, I have forgiven so much bad behavior because so-and-so has this mentally, and so-and-so is going through this emotionally, and so-and-so has this much trauma. The reason you're supposed to be gentle to people in life, not supposed to, but the reason you should be gentle and kind to people in life is because you never know what somebody's going through. Like, literally, we've been over this lesson. This is a kindergarten lesson. And for this person to keep saying, like, I'm going through this and this and this, and you don't understand this, how I perceive the world. And I was like, it's all about you. Again, be careful with narc abuse, because they breed other narcs. I'm sure I was one. I will sit here and admit that, like, narcs breed other narcs, bruh. Like, it's me, and this is how bad it is. And I was trying to, like, let them know, like, but what about me? Not to make it. And then as soon as I said that, it was like, so if you want to perceive the situation in a way that how it affects you, and I'm like, there's 2 different perspectives. You got hurt this way, I got hurt this way. I just don't want to continue the friendship. Listen, anyways, y'all, no more the cruises after this year. I'm gonna be so happy to go back to solo travel. I feel so much lighter. I done took the stuff down in the bathroom. I'm already packing. If this couch goes, I know I'm still sitting on it, but baby, I'm gonna sit on the Papasan chair. Like I said, and I'm quite proud of it. That's why I'm sharing, because like old me would have argued. Old me almost did argue, and I'm just not. I was like, and a bunch of stuff was said. As soon as I find out you trying to go to the movies with a man I used to see intimately, on top of that, she said something about you're forgiving abusive men. This person said something about me forgiving abusive men, and I was like, so why are you trying to hang out with them? Because I ain't have luck with that one either. That one screamed at me and blamed my assault on me after it happened. I was like, I get things out of the men I'm involved with, and now I'm at a point I'm like, I'd just rather be single. But if I am going to deal with a man in my life and he's going to be on bullshit, I'm getting something out of it. Before, I was not getting anything out of it, and that's why that hurt as bad as it did. Now if I'm going to get hurt, I'm like, let me at least get some shit out of it so I don't feel super silly at the end. And now I'm at a point where I'm like, I'd rather do a solo and not get hurt at all, or I know who I can get out of what, and blah, blah, blah. But like, just like with my work, I'm getting something out of it. Putting up with friends and female friends where I feel like we should understand, especially as women, what we go through. That snippy behavior, like that just starts a pattern. I understand there's gonna be some misunderstandings and miscommunications and whatever, but like just anyways, I said, you're using your emotional state and conditions as an excuse for bad behavior, and I will not be convinced otherwise. I understand what you have going on affects how you experience the world, but I also know that you're brilliant enough to be aware to a certain extent. As someone who's been in crisis mode plenty, I get it. I hear you, I see you. I'm just not excusing poor treatment under the guise of mental or behavioral health or crises. Because if I start screaming and holler at you all day, this is not what this person did, but I'm just giving an example. Like, how they treated me came out the way it did, and it was obvious to the point where they apologized for being an asshole. They literally said, they're like, I'm sorry if I was an asshole, and I appreciate that, but I just realized going forward, I just did not want to. And it was me going with my gut and intuition, and to find out later, you trying to go hang out with, my gut was right. If I start screaming and hollering at you all day and treating you poorly and being like, it's my depression, it's this and that, and taking my energy out on you in questionable ways you've never seen, you'll probably make the wise decision to reconsider a friendship with me. Because at the end of the day, accountability on both sides is important. And while I genuinely hope you heal, I don't have to be there during it. I don't have the capacity, and I question how good of a friend and person you think you might be. You tell me you don't need men the way I do, and yet you're asking, and that just felt like a jab with the sex work. And you know me getting, y'all know, like I got my supporters. They take care of me. So saying like, oh, you don't need men the way I do, you know, most of my clientele's male. So that felt like a jab at the sex work. And it always comes down to it too. And it'd be the same people wanting to kiss and make content and collab. Like, and this crazy, this is another friend outside of the other one that wanted to make out and make content. I'm like, I'm not making out and making content with y'all. Like, I get so heavily sexualized amongst friends. It happens amongst friends too. Like, I just want to open up about that. I've said it before. I've had so many people ask for threesomes, turn around, switch up, think they could scream and holler at me. Like, I'm not. It's scary because I know when I was younger, as a people pleaser, you get sexually exploited. You get, like, I had older predators and stuff like that. You get people who push over you because you don't got good boundaries, whether that's sexually, non-sexually. Like, now I'm up and at it and aware and awake and damn near 30 years old, and I don't fall for that. All these girls want to make out when they drunk. All they want to, no, like, I'm not falling for that, because you're not going to turn around and try to establish dominance or control or talk to me crazy and then want to be making out too. Like, no, I'm not your nigga, bro. Like, I am genuinely bi. I'm genuinely I'm here for everybody. Like, what? But I'm also not here for everybody. You stop playing with me. I have my boundaries and I'm very selective. The moment people start love bombing a friendship and we're trauma bonding, and now you want to make out and make content, now you want to turn around and snap on me when you're having a bad day, like, we're not doing that. We're too grown. So anyways, I was like, you tell me you don't need men the way I do, yet you're asking a man I was intimate with to go to the movies. You're speaking on me forgiving abusive men, yet want to hang out with the very one who screamed at me and blamed my assault on me, amongst other concerns, some of which I'm sure I shared with you. Yes, I know I need to look inward because I shouldn't be hanging out with men like that. Listen, I get my little $300 dinners and my rides and my blah, 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 but I also know this person's not for me. But if I have an emergency, at least I got somebody, which again is not ideal. I know that's something I need to work on. And I don't talk to nobody right now. But, like, you trying to hang out with the same man I might be having issues with. Let me not ramble too much because I'm out of storage. I don't even know if that last video saved. But, yeah, to sit there and say, like, oh, I need men, and then you want to hang out with the one I'm having issues with. Like, there's no universe where I can imagine that a friend tells me, hey, I've been intimate with this person. Like, this is my da-da-da-da. And I think I only had them hang out once as a group. We hung out and all watched anime together. And I'm not gonna get into it because, like, obviously I'm seeing like some questionable yellow and red flags now. But to be comfortable enough to ask somebody I'm intimate with to go to the movies, I could never. There's no universe in which I'm asking whether you done talked to the man, blinked, whatever, said hi once. Once a woman tells me like, oh, I've had some type of connection with this man, I'm not going to the movies with them. Like, what? So anyways, I was like, you're speaking on me for blah blah blah. I already said that. I was like, that's weird, and I have no sympathy regarding that situation. I was like, I offered you a weed supply option because this person sells whatever. I was like, you can call me a hypocrite, and I have no issue with, because bitch be a hypocrite. I really do. I'm talking about myself. But I was like, I highly suggest you look in the mirror and look inward for whatever you need to work on for yourself. I'll focus on what I need to work on with myself, but we're not compatible as friends. You can hoot and holler into the void as much as you want and make sure that you're the victim of your own narrative. But I'm going to let you know that you may only be hurting yourself. I'm chilling, always have been, always will be. I talk to y'all. Y'all know when I'm not chilling, when I am, whatever. I'm not going to give people that guard down, especially if they're going to use it against me. I was like, I know myself. I don't need to prove who I am to anybody, nor slander anyone in the process with threats of social media rants that 7 people might watch. I was being a little shady, just a smidge. And like the 20-page rant or whatever, she did go da-da-da-da. I was like, you could have added me, like at me. You could have at me. I think she talked in general, like, if you're going to be my friend, do this and that. But it wasn't like, oh, this girl right here. But I was like, the way she said it was for me to, I guess I was supposed to go panic and look at her story. I saw it I didn't see her story. There's a way of seeing people's story without seeing people's stories. If you know, you know. So I ain't watch it, but I was just like, all right. I watched like 2 seconds of the first video clip of the 20-page. I said, no. But the fact that you said it and you immediately ran to social, like my most violent ex, who also had stuff going on similar to this person, the one who's like, I'm gonna kill your family and blah 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 and all this stuff, he did the same thing. He's like, I'm going to social media. And I'm like, y'all having diagnosis for stuff, like, I'm familiar with a lot of these diagnoses. I might be on the same diagnosis myself, just undiagnosed. That doesn't excuse y'all being however you want to act in that moment. And if you're a mean person, you're just a mean person. It's okay. Eat it up, yum, eat it up. Or do better. But no, you make the choices you make. Like, what, you can be the nicest person. That's the craziest thing too. The ex I had as well, super nice, catered to all my needs, like very caring, very giving. But there's also a flip side for some people where they get just as vicious and damn near, I'm not gonna say evil, menacing. Like, they can get just as menacing as they are nice. And that is the cycle. That is the switch. I keep attracting those types. I don't know why. It's very, very nice. Oh, I'm snapping on you. I'm so sorry. I would never ever I don't have to snap on you again. Oh, look, it happened. Like, because I grew up with that, bro. Like, that's why I attract, and that's what I'm aware of. I'm familiar with it, and I don't want to be familiar with it no more. Like, I'm over it. People being really, really nice, and then suddenly, like, bro, that's like abusive dogs when they don't know when they're gonna get hit. Like, I'm not living my life like that. Anyways, I see what I need to see. I was like, take your energy to the booth, make some music, release your pain, take it to YouTube, make a story time for attention if it's that serious, get some coins and supporters out of it. Trying to hurt my feelings and make me feel bad for you is not the wave. To have, this person's poly, so I was like, to have men or multiple partners and still be asking to go out with somebody I was involved with shows me everything I need to know about how you move and think. On top of the end of the cruise, I never have to explain myself, but I put up with certain men because it's beneficial. It elevates me in life as a woman. I don't put up with bad behavior from female friends, extreme bad behavior, especially those who understand what it's like to deal with abusive men, because we of all people understand the importance of being gentle with each other. Nor am I obligated to try to be a friend to someone who switches up when they're not doing well emotionally, because I have plenty of friendships like that, and I'll let you know they never end well. Because as soon as somebody's broke, as soon as somebody's angry, as soon as somebody's pissed off, as soon as the day is bad, as soon as this, you gonna get it. Somebody gonna get it. That energy gonna transfer somewhere. And I've been around that my whole life. I'm tired. I am not the punching bag, bro. I was like, no matter how much you're there for a person or how many excuses you make for whatever they got going on, all you're letting them know is that they have your permission to not do better, especially when interacting with you. And I want you to do better, to experience better. I want the same for myself. Again, I genuinely hope you find peace and healing. You deserve it. We're in two different places in life, and that's okay. I wanted to step away from some of the chaos and trauma I felt so close to. Also, please be aware of other people and their triggers. We were talking about trauma at Korean barbecue on the boat, sexual assault, a whole bunch of stuff, or like sexual harassment and stuff. Mind you, I just got assaulted the month before I went on that trip. And she had somebody else in the room, and they were talking about trauma early in the morning. So I couldn't pack, I couldn't sleep. I went to go sleep on the balcony, which is not safe for me anyways, because I'd be sleepwalking. I should have just spoke up in the moment. At that point, I was like, I'm not going to sit there, because now you tell somebody, hey, so-and-so needs to leave the room. Now you stuck in the room with them. The energy stank. They're like, and then they were taking out her hair. She had braids in, so they were taking out like her braids and stuff for her. And now it's, oh, I didn't get my hair done, and you took away my only friend, and you weren't available, so now you're the bad guy. Somehow you always gonna be the bad guy. So I was just like, let me just go on the balcony and hope I don't fucking deep dive off this cliff or the edge of it or whatever while I sleepwalk. So I was like, you and your friend were talking about trauma in the room as well. I go on trips to escape the BS back home. I don't like bringing a lot of that energy on the trip with me. I said, you're entitled to freedom of speech, but me being distant was me decompressing and processing the entire day, because she called me out for being distant, and then she called me out for waiting to address how I felt, even though I told her the day after. The last day we were getting off the boat, the day after it happened, I told her, I was like, 24 hours. If within 24 hours ain't enough, I don't know what. I'm not gonna put us both in a weird mood in the moment talking about some shit. I'm trying to go eat. Like, we got a day left on Virgin Voyages. I'm trying to go eat and see as much as I can and enjoy the rest of the boat. I don't want to go back and forth with you in the room. Like, I don't know what you're used to, but I'm not, well, actually I do. I'm not being that. I'm not being the negative person, because like, this person has taken negative trips before with people or exes. I've had the same experience. So this is supposed to be like the first positive girls trip. I'm not giving you the negativity of this trip. Even now, I don't consider this a negative trip or a bad trip. And she was saying like, oh, the whole trip was bad. I said, no, the whole trip was phenomenal. There was a negative moment that it made me reevaluate our friendship, and I'm good, and I'm glad I did, because you trying to go to the movies with another woman's man, like, that's weird. I said it was me getting triggered and having to understand where my energy was coming from and recalibrate. Again, processing the whole day, so I don't put it on anybody else. The moment I start going around advertising oncoming attitudes, which she told me, she's like, I'm gonna have an attitude if I don't eat. I'm gonna have attitude this and the third. Needing to transfer negative energy and manipulating situations and people to get my way, as you've admitted to doing with other people, I can't be surprised if people struggle to stay around me. You high-fived yourself for listening me vent one day about friends and family. So there was one day I had shared like a personal situation with her, the one that was bothering me, where it was like I had to pick between two friends who didn't like each other. And I felt like right after the assault, I met this community, and they really did save my life. And then like, because I was in the community, one person that I was already friends with wasn't friends with the person I met the community through. And it was a whole thing. So I shared that situation because that was really hurting my feelings. And I was like, the one day I was like, you got on the boat. I'm not going to say names, but I was like, you got on the boat venting about the one person you're dealing with. We get on the boat, all the energy. So-and-so pissed me off because I said, you spent the entire time talking to or about your current man as well, to the point where I had to mute clips okay? And then to have the audacity to, like, you getting your way with it, you venting and you doing whatever, to still put that energy out on me, that's where my issue was, because I'm not the one hurting you. So I don't care if you vent and do whatever, but like, if it's gonna come back to me at the end of the day, none of it mattered. If you was gonna spew that vibe towards me, like, you can be upset. I'm not saying nobody gets to be upset or in a bad mood. Don't put it on me. Don't start with the shade and the comments and the I felt it direct. It was directed at me, not around me. It was at me. Okay. To the point where other people are asking. I said that's a choice. It didn't bother me until that was done, because I don't prioritize the happiness and comfort of people who can't be respectful. I was like, we sat up on my couch talking about trauma and processing and understanding, and while it could be a beautiful release, I realized that I would like more friendships where we're acting towards optimism and change. We also both talked about having a delayed reaction, understanding that it took a minute to realize what disrespect hit and when it hit. So to be like, oh, you addressed me 24 hours later, like you mad late with it after we discussed that we be kind of slow with the processing, both of us. I'm like, that's not even fair. Like, I told you I had a delayed reaction. I know in that moment I got hurt. I emotionally shut down. I explained, I thought I did good as far as like saying, hey, I need space, but I'm gonna come back to you. And then I talked about it, like, what? So I was like, I realized, I said, I don't want to be my past. I don't want to dwell and sit in it constantly and woe is me all day. I'm almost 30 and I want to see a beautiful life for myself. I want to see a future, not constantly write a biography of how wrong I've been and letting it consume me. I never expected you to be happy all the time, but you know that. We've probably trauma bonded over more negative situations than the truly positive or adventurous times we've had together. And I will not feel guilty for speaking up on a situation I later realized was enough to warrant not being friends. I listened to my intuition. I'm glad I did. I don't want to be friends with somebody who brags and boasts about rushing to social media to paint someone in a misunderstood or poor light. I don't want to be friends with someone who thinks it's okay to spend time with somebody else's friends with benefits. So you can have different diagnoses and trauma that makes your experiences harder and may show up differently with how you interact. But at your core, you still have a lot of power in how you choose to do people. And that, I said, let me get back to my laptop and start writing. Because I was like, you know what? Like, I'm really not trying to sugarcoat and gloss over a shitty situation and be like, look at how this was perfect and I did this. And no, like, I think it's two people misunderstanding each other in this moment. There was a moment of lashing out I'm tired of people lashing out at me. I don't think it's a coincidence that people keep coming to me to lash out at, because I'm nice. And the moment I speak up about it and I'm like, don't do that, that hurts my feelings and I might not ever talk to you again. And instead of ghosting and using my fucking words to communicate and let people know where I felt like it went wrong and walking away, I get punished for that. And I'm like, all right, well, but if I start ghosting people now, it's, oh my God, there was no explanation. But when you try to explain to people, they are so quick to shut you down and tell you why it was not as such. And I'm over that, bro. I'm over it. Like, I'm just really not. You're not going to tell me what my narrative is, and I'm not going to tell you what yours is. We're both going to have our two separate narratives. If you want to be the victim in yours, go ahead. I'm not trying to be a victim in mine. I'm just saying I'm tired of people doing me this. Like, and I used to be the victim in my narratives, and I'm over it, because if I'm going to keep choosing to be around people who make me a victim in my narratives, like, I got a situation. I got a one and done in me. For real. The very violent man that was driving 140 miles an hour in the car with me, never spoken to him again after that happened. My rapist, never spoke to him again. Cut off a female friend because she lashed out and was like, oh, it was just a bad day and this and the third. Oh, sorry, Bookie. We don't speak. I still see them in the community. We do not speak. Like, this person as well. Like, my tolerance is so low. So the people I've forgiven, I guess maybe she's talking about my ex. I just went camping and I wasn't in the boonies by myself with no vehicle and this and the third, because it was beneficial to me, like I said. So I'm very selective on how I move. But anyways, to sit here and act like somebody doesn't understand you at all and you're just this completely misunderstood person being wronged after you go out your way to treat people, like, you make the choice. You know, in that moment, hey, so-and-so who hasn't ever hurt me, I can act this way towards them and we can be chill, or I can act this way and maybe it starts an issue. And if you choose whatever choice you pick, don't be surprised if the person's not comfortable with it. So I know I'm hypersensitive. I know I'm sensitive. But when I have somebody who's not sensitive on the phone, somebody who's literally abrasive as fuck, being like, are y'all good? Like, why is she speaking to you like that? You're somebody who's abrasive asking my sensitive ass, you know, hard to hit for me. For somebody else to be like, I realized it too in that moment. I was like, oh, okay. But for an abrasive person who's not, sometimes the most abrasive people are also the most sensitive people. But to have somebody else as a third party witness it and be like, oh, are y'all good? Like, what's going on? Like, why, why is she speaking to you like that? Like, that was the confirmation I shouldn't have needed in the first place. But yeah, y'all. So yes, that was that. y'all, I'm moving. Like, it is okay. I just have not been attracting the right people. People come to this city too, and they're like, it's very cliquey. It is very, very high school cliquey. People move so weird. It's stank faces and shade, and so doesn't like. And people are stuck in this weird high school ass bubble, and they think being a mean girl is so cute, and it's just so embarrassing because it's like, bro, we're almost 30. Some of y'all are 30. Like, we need to wake up. But yeah, y'all, I just wanted to share that because I was really proud. I had to take a couple days and like gather my thoughts because I realized the back and forth, like, this person usually stays on D&D, does not reply, has bailed on a lot of events, which is fine. Whatever you got going on, you don't got to show up to places if you don't have the capacity. But to see them, like, they were going back and forth, lightning texting when it came time to argue, I was like, no, like, I'm not dealing with the type of people who like to argue and go back and forth. My ex, who was just here talking about some move to this city and be with me and this and the third, and the moment I said, okay, what if I did, to immediately go into, I don't know, because, well, you did this and I'll think about it, I'll let you know, just wanting that grounds to argue and leverage and have power control. Like, I'm so familiar with it that at this point I'm just a dumbass idiot for real to keep entertaining it. So that's why I was like, you know what, never mind. It was a hypothetical. I was like, thank you for showing me that, because imagine if I actually would have pondered on it and been like, oh, you know what, yes, let's go for it, and then got crushed off of that. I was just saying it. I was like, okay, and if I did, well, I don't know, I'll think about it. I am only acting in decisions where I don't have to wait on people. I know for the cruises, I kept waiting and waiting to see if people could even go in the first place, to see if people are going to even go in the first place, to see if people could even behave on the trip in the first place. And I'm at a point where, like, I bring my solo travel back. I'm so glad I got to experience the cruises I did. I was forcing friendship too bad. It's like love. It's going to come when it comes. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to get your group friendships and trips and all of that when it comes. Same with love. You're going to get love whenever you might get it. But, like, forcing it with people and whatever, like, I really thought this was going to be a good experience, and then it was like, I'm not going to take away from that, but like, just to see the aftermath of like, oh, all right, well, I'm good. At the end of the day, I am the common denominator. Like, I am very, 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 very sensitive. Yes, I'm aware of that, but I can take a lot. Like, I get a lot of random hate online, and like, when it comes from strangers, I don't care. When it comes to people I love, when you start switching up on me and I start seeing, like, as someone here, let's say this, as someone who unfortunately is very familiar with signs of abuse and patterns of behavior and etc., like, literally dropped out of school for psych, but that's what I was studying because that's where my heart was at. As someone who is so familiar with abuse, unfortunately, in different, well, more so, I'll say this, emotional, mental, and psychological. That's unfortunately the shit I know and have experienced. You think I don't know the signs at this point of somebody who's going to play in my face and manipulate and gaslight and whatever? Like, no. And unfortunately, you have to be careful, because being abused, you can become an abuser. That's what happens. It's literally called the cycle of abuse. I had to check myself for it with my ex because we were bad to each other. He was bad to me first. He said something about that in Miami. He was like, I'm sorry, I was, couldn't be what you wanted to in the beginning. And then he became what I wanted to be, and I became a shell of myself. I did not recognize myself. I was a hollow. I was angry. it was bad. Like, it was bad. I kept dwelling on the situation. I was fixated on it. I was living in my past. I was obsessed with it. I was my own trauma. And then I had to realize, like, no, like, just take people for what they are, and you don't have to be around it if you're able to not be around it. Like, what? So you're not gonna sit here? And I told her straight up too, I was like, you reminded me of my ex in some moments. And I'm sure she hated that because, like, she knows how my ex has done me, and her ex has done her the same way. So I was kind of like letting her know, like, be careful, because you might become a reflection of what you're experiencing. It's important to try to get out of the abusive situation and just be careful how you deal with other people and what they got going on. And I appreciate this friend for coming out. I still had a really, really, really amazing time. I really did. Like, I'm not trying to say nothing bad about this person. It's just a little bit of disappointment for real. I think things get better for a lot of women once we are away from the men who treat us bad, or the relationships that treat us bad, because that'll definitely do it. That, like, abuse warps you, bro. It warps you so bad. So this is not from a hateful place. I wasn't about to start saying nothing nasty, because for me, friendship, if you got all this nasty shit to say at the end, like, oh, and that's why you're this, and that's why you're this. No, because I feel like at the end of the day, you were always resenting that person, and that's not the case. I really did admire this person and had a lot of love for them. I just realized, like, some people might be stuck in a place that you're no longer at, and y'all just aren't compatible anymore, and it's okay. So while I did say, hey, I don't appreciate this, now the movies I just found out about, that was what, and the only complaints I had were, like, cruise related. that was it. I wasn't like, oh, and you do this and you do this. One time she called screaming in my ear, and it was just a lot because she was like in the middle of crisis mode, and I just kind of wish I had like a little warning because, like, again, that is still transfer of energy. But I set what I had going on aside to make sure she was good, and I let her know that too as well, because it was just a lot to take on at the time. But yeah, that was it. I didn't go down a whole timeline of like, and this, and this, and this, and this. I was like, listen, like, we probably just trauma bonded for real. And I'm not in that place of like constant trauma, or not constant, but it's like I'm trying to get out of a place where like it was a crazy year. Like it was a crazy year. I'm not gonna sit here and name it. Like, it's just been a crazy year. I came back home and some of the worst things that have ever happened to me in my entire life happened this year. So yeah, if I go on a 4 to 5 day trip, I'm not saying you gotta be rainbows and sunshines, but do not put that on me. I am familiar with people who see somebody who's nice and they go, oh, you don't got a backbone. No, I still got a backbone. Yeah. So anyways, let me get to work, y'all. I got so much to do. I just wanted to share. I'm so excited. Packing, moving, all that. And I have relinquished my attachment to this apartment. I'm not trying to do no 50-50, half stay here, half. I'm just going to go and hope for the best. I'm not dragging my ex back to the city. He don't want to be here. I don't want to be where he's at. And the moment I considered being where he's at, even hypothetically, then he's like, well, I don't know. Sorry. It's like, you going to play in my face too? Nope. All I'm going to do is make sure that I have my bag made. I'm going to keep my housing secure. That's the biggest thing. I don't want to rely on nobody, because people, when they think you need to rely on them for something, honey, what? So yeah, it's just gonna make sure I'm in a position where I do not need to rely on nobody, and I'm about to go live my best life. Y'all feel some type of way now off the past travels and the success and the little 100K followers and this, that, and the third. Wait till I pop my shit again 3 years later. It's crazy. I went from fixating on relationships, and then after the assault, after that happened, I broke. I didn't want love no more after that, because that just broke a part of me that I can't even describe, that I had to heal from. And then to go to friendships and make sure, I was always maintaining my friendships too. I just did better this year with it. So to put my all into friendships, and then seeing like, and that's another thing, overexposure. The thing with traveling and meeting people, you see them for a day, you see people for a couple days. It's not overexposure. More exposure you have to people, the more in their lives you are, and vice versa. So it's easier for people to hurt each other having that overexposure, which is why I think it's important for everybody to have their solo time. And, you know, not saying that like, oh, at day 5, y'all gonna snap on each other. No, that's not ideal either. But I wouldn't be surprised if the likelihood is higher if people haven't worked on their healing. And, you know, so again, I'm not perfect. I was a menace before. When I was dealing with abuse towards the person who abused me, though. I never went to my friends acting no type of way and doing nothing. That's the one thing I could say. Was never snapping on nobody. I just ended up snapping on the person doing the abuse to me, because that's where it needed to go, and then I would just leave. But yeah, so maybe this is a small thing that was a very big thing, but like for me, the whole like you asking to go to the movies with my old nigga, like that solidified it for me, honey. Like a girl can't get too much nicer than that, and I'm not about to. I found that out in retrospect. I'm like, oh, you're not hanging out with, because I think I said it was after the cruise, and I think I said like I was gonna take some space to myself, just to like, you know, I was like, I need to lock in and just, you know. And she was like, oh, I'll take some space to myself too. That does not mean go hang out with somebody I was involved with. Like, I already see the, like, I can't deal with spiteful energy. Spiteful energy is exhausting. Like, I really can't do that. Like, you're not gonna do this, I'll show you. And like, this person just told me like I know how to do things in a certain way to get what I want, and I'm like, okay, well, don't bring that over to me. Like, I'm good. Anyways, y'all, let me go make a cup of tea, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Thank you for listening. Child, let me go pack up my Legos. We got places to go, honey. Thank you for my apartment being what it was. It's me. Whatever space I take myself into, making sure no addresses are showing, whatever space I take myself into will bloom into the beautiful thing it is. So the next space will be even better. But right now, the next space is no space. It's abroad. Okay, bye. So people conspiring against you is real, whether it's like spoken or unspoken, and like they might have some beef with you and they'll like, what is it, all my ops linked up or some shit like that. I don't have ops, but like, why is the man telling me that you're asking him to hang out? Like, I know he told me as like oh, your friend want me to hurt my feelings. It's just a double hurt. And it's crazy because like I kind of called it when I was like, oh, I'm gonna let them hang out and like see what, like, not saying it was leading anywhere, but it's like, if you're looking for friendship or you're that lonely or you're really going through a crisis, you don't need to find it in somebody I introduce you to that you know I'm intimate with, especially if you have a man. Like, so I'm not falling for none of this narrative. I'm really not. Like, I'm standing my ground 10 motherfucking toes. Honey, like, and that's one I didn't care about. I don't got a roster, but that's the one I think I told you, like, oh, somebody took me to $300 dinner. Like, I don't be taking nobody seriously no more. Because it's like, after you get hurt and you feel so deeply and feel so much, you just get over it. You're like, all right, y'all gonna disappoint. Like, I'm good. I'm off of it. Like, ooh, you trying to hurt my feelings. Gasp. Some people are just a little too eager to hurt you, and it's weird and sad. I'm about to take my hair out, y'all. I promise I'm not having no type of mental health crisis or none of that. I'm actually in, like, a better position than I've been in a minute. Maybe that's not what it's giving, but, like, I really do feel good. It's just nothing crazy. I know people be like, be careful when people start selling stuff and cutting off their hair, and no, the hair needs to go. Give myself a week's break. It's the end of August right now, so last about a month. Give myself a nice little break before I put in the pink. And I got to figure out a long-term hair solution for when I'm traveling. Gonna watch Bridgerton and mind my business. I did some customs. Your girl making her bank. My rent was due. The rent getting paid. Like, I ain't got no complaints for real, honey. Bitch gonna stay blessed. And I really do hope blessings for other people. Because me, I don't got to take away from nobody else's blessings to get mine at the end of the day. So, I hope everybody be good. I really do mean that. Genuinely. That was probably my problem before. Wishing everybody joy and happiness and peace. And they weren't wishing it for me. Or if they did, it was with like ulterior motive involved or how they can directly benefit off of it. But like, I don't care. Like, your happiness does not affect me. Your peace and success is something I'm always going to cheer on, because like, this life is hard. I don't want nobody to be miserable. Like, there's no point in being like, wishing people harm in this day and age, in this life, or at all for any reason is pointless. Because it's like, honey, like, that's just gonna come back to how you feel on the inside, and now you feel nasty and miserable, and it's like, oh my gosh, like, damn, what happened? You're a hater. You're being a weirdo. Not in a cool way either. So yeah, y'all, I missed the pajama rave. There was a party last night. I had FOMO, but let me go ahead. I'm gonna miss the blue. We're gonna get the pink in. We're gonna clear up my skin. Ain't nobody about to sit here stress me out, honey. What? It's a beautiful day. Fall's hitting. I'm gonna enjoy this fall weather, and I'm gonna dip before it get cold. I'm so happy. I am gonna miss this crib, but I bet you'll be empty next year too. Move right back in. Or not. Bigger and better things, but yeah. And you know what's crazy? Some people were trying to sublease for me. I think this person kind of mentioned it too, or kind of hinted towards it. I don't want to sublease to nobody. You don't want your name on nothing. People don't give a fuck. People don't treat people's whatever. You see, you give out freebies and this and that, and you try to look out. People don't. They don't care. They're not gonna take care of shit the way that you take care of shit or yourself. So I'd rather close this chapter than be in like what? Greece, Italy, Spain. Somebody be like, oh, this happened to your apartment. Oh, you having too much fun. Oh, this happened. Like, you leave stuff back home. I left my car now. That was nobody's fault. That was not my parents' fault. But I left my car here, and then I lost my car because it was in an accident because somebody else hit it. And that's not on the person driving at all. I'm so glad they're okay. But like, I don't have no kids, no car, no pet, and about to be no apartment. I am not attached to nothing except for the friends that I feel like are still genuine, and my family to an extent as well. Like, I don't gotta worry about nothing, leaving nothing behind. Like, I don't know why I was so scared, but it's like, just go. Like, I know as soon as I'm on that plane, I'm gonna be like, I know I'm gonna have more motivation. I'm gonna be ready to get up every day, do what I need to do again. Like, I got too comfortable here, and comfort will slowly kill you too, because now you don't feel like doing nothing, because you're like, well, I already got the things I needed. Your girl done regulated. I see what I need to see. It's over. It's a wrap. All right, let me do these customs, y'all. I ain't got no storage to be saying all this. Just did a custom per. Yeah, if I'm gonna be paying my rent, honey, I'm gonna see where I pay it at. But I'm not over that. Like, how you gonna ask if that is true? Because that's what my old person told me, or whatever, my little friends with benefits or whatever, said that she asked, why are you asking, if you have a man, why are you asking another man to go to the movies in the first place? It's just not And y'all not friends. Y'all done talked all of one time in my crib because I had y'all come together. And then outside of that, it was just like a weed supply. Like, what? It's kind of like, I almost hope it's not true and I hope somebody's lying because it's just weird. Like, and you gonna come at me on how I'm a bad friend? I don't understand you. Forget the $2,000 trip and you talking about some boo-hoo, you want your money back. I want my peace. I want my sanity. I'm not playing these games. Don't move like that behind my back. I'm good. That's why I still have a good time. That's why I got the vlogs doing well. Most viewed picture on IG is from Virgin Voyages. The vlog about to blow up. I had a good time. No, I'm not going to sit there and argue with you back and forth or discuss and communicate whatever issues in that moment. I'm going to go enjoy myself. This is an expensive ass boat. I'm about to have a good time. Like, I didn't come back months later saying like, hey, I had an issue with the boat. You're like, what the fuck? No, the day we got off the boat, I addressed the situation. So you knew what was going on. I'm going to enjoy my trips. So guess what? I'm enjoying by myself. I have people asking to travel with me. I probably could start doing those influencer trips and doing groups. Like, I gotta be at an insane level of peace. And even then, there's just gonna be people who are on different points of their healing and they're just not ready to travel. And then she was basically saying, like, this is why I went on my way to make the trip. And I'm like, well, thank you for coming on this free trip. Like, I did say thank you for coming because I wanted somebody there. But if I knew how it was gonna go, I would have gone by myself, y'all. Like, I really would have. And that's why I'm moving forward. I'm about to go by myself on certain things, unless I know for a fact I can vouch for the energy. And even then, you never know with people. So yeah, anyways, let me go ahead and get this out the way. I got one more custom to do, and then I'm gonna take out these braids and watch Bridgerton, like I said, make some tea, clean up this crib. Very excited. I'm ready to transition.